Hello again, basketball fans. You're looking live at the Conrad Allen Holiday Tournament. It's the championship game between the Wayne City Indians and the Weber Township Trojans. I'm Randy Olson, joined by Danny Ounselman, and this is going to be quite a battle between two schools that are just 8 miles apart. The Wayne City Indians and the Weber Township Trojans. First time that they've played in the championship game of this Conrad Allen Holiday Tournament since 1993. And a shout out to one of our Twitter followers, Travis Dietz, who brought that to our attention. And I was digging into that a little bit deeper, Danny, and I found that not only have they not played in the championship game since 1993, but they played in back-to-back years here in the championship game in both 92 and in 93. One of those years it was won by Weber. One of those years it was won by Wayne City. Well, now here they are several years later, finally meeting again in the championship game, and we have got a packed house here tonight.
Yeah, you know, there's several people standing down there looking for a seat.
Yeah, look at the people up against the wall down there. And this gym holds a lot of people, but there are a ton of fans here tonight that want to see this one. Wayne City was in the championship game last year against Patoka. They fell short to Patoka. Patoka was not in the tournament field this year to try to defend their title. And the Indians and the Trojans know each other well. They're members of the same conference, of course, in the Midland Trail Conference, and they'll be battling for conference supremacy as well. But the Woodlawn Cardinals will also have something to say about that, as will a few other teams in the conference this year. But tonight, it's a battle for respect, I guess. Not only do you want to win the tournament championship, but you want to have respect around the area in terms of Class 1A basketball. The Weber Township Trojans got here by virtue of getting a huge win over Gallatin County earlier in the week that we mentioned to you in the tournament, and that we called a signature win for Coach Brad Beatty and his Weber Township Trojans. But now, Danny, if you're Weber, you want to finish the deal and you want to go all the way and win the championship, and so that's what they're trying to do tonight.
Absolutely. You know, that's the goal of both these teams.
Gallatin County lost to Weber in overtime, 53-48, and that was a gutsy win by the Weber Trojans to pull that one out in overtime. And Wayne City also had to come from behind against Red Hill late last night to win one in overtime by a score of 48-41. So both of these teams got here by virtue of overtime victories to put them here in the championship game. So what a story that is in itself, as the captains of the teams, the coaches, and the officials are meeting here at midcourt. Go ahead.
Got a big crowd on hand, Randy.
Oh, we sure do. Now, this morning on the Sports Couch, we had a chance to visit with Coach Brad Beatty of the Weber Township Trojans about what he expects in tonight's game. And just a little while ago, I had a chance to visit with the head coach of the Wayne City Indians, Jeff Morris. And we want to play you that interview here right now. So stand by and we'll play you our comments from Coach Morris. Prior to tonight's championship game, we're visiting with Wayne City coach Jeff Morris. And Coach, boy, you had a wild game last night. You won it in overtime, but hey, you proved that you could take a punch and come from behind and pick up a big win.
Yeah, the kids were resilient last night. Got down early and fought back. Third quarter, we were able to gain a point or two back, and then fourth quarter we had momentum and was able to come back and get a victory.
Well, it also proves that, if defense doesn't take a day off, you still got a chance to win, even if you're not hitting your shots.
Yeah, that's what we base everything off of. It's defense first, and the kids have really bought into it. We run that 1-2-2 full court press, and it's not always just to get turnovers, but it's to create tempo and just make them unorganized, and defense first. And last night just shows you if defense can keep you in the ball game till your offense comes around.
Your opponent tonight in the championship game, the Weber Trojans. What concerns you most about the Trojans?
First off, they're a good team. They're well balanced. They're well coached. Brad does a great job with those kids. Probably the biggest threat would be the Neal kid inside. 6'5", he's long, he can shoot mid-range. His mid-range game's unbelievable. He can attack the basket, and probably the biggest threat he poses, it's not his first shot, it's usually his second and third because he crashes the boards so hard. Then the Stratton kid, he can shoot it from anywhere, and he's so good with the basketball, and he sees the court very well, and he gets those other kids involved. And then the Mount kid, he's good off the bounce, and he does a lot of small things that goes unnoticed sometimes, but and they got some other role players who are just solid basketball players. So they pose quite a threat tonight.
Some of the guys on your Indians team were here last year in the championship game, and they weren't able to get it done last year against a good Patoka team. So I know they're hungry to get that championship tonight.
Yeah, the Conrad Allen's a big deal here, and the kids are glad to get. I mean, they're thrilled to be able to play in tonight's game, and they came up a little short last year, so they're looking to change that this year.
Well, best of luck tonight. Appreciate the visit.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, thanks, Coach. All right.
Coach Jeff Morris and the pregame comments there. Danny, your thoughts on his comments?
Well, I think he's right, and will be interesting to see how their legs are. You know, Weber's kind of like Gallatin County. They had an extra day off here, and this Wayne City team spent a lot of energy last night to come out here to get to this championship game.
We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with more coverage on our pregame show before this championship game of the Conrad Allen Holiday Tournament on AreaSports.net. Welcome back to the Wayne City High School and the site of the Conrad Allen Holiday Tournament. Well, you know, you got to have some adrenaline flowing out there right now if you're one of these players warming up for this game, Danny.
I'll tell you a guy that's got some adrenaline flowing. He's so nervous he ain't even standing out here.
Who's that?
The Wayne City coach.
Oh, Jeff Morris?
You got to keep in mind this is his first time in one of these.
That's right, his first year.
And I guarantee you he's pretty pumped up and pretty nervous.
Well, he might be, but, he had a lot of success last year as the head coach of the Fairfield Colts at the junior high level. He took them all the way to the state championship in Class M basketball with a perfect 22-0 season. So he's coached on some big stages before and certainly had some success with them last year. And he's coming to a situation here, and these Wayne City guys have really bought into his program right away, and they're off to a great start.
Yeah, let's see. They were 7-1 coming in. They've won, 2 or 3? 8-1, 9-1, 10-1.
And, they're a force to be reckoned with in the Midland Trail Conference this year, no doubt about it. Find themselves here in the championship game for the second year in a row. They won it 2 years ago against Sisney in the championship game, lost it to Patoka last year in the championship, and now face Weber Township here tonight in the title game. Well, certainly one of the concerns, as Wayne City coach Jeff Morris said, is the big guy, Charles Neal, for the Weber Trojans. And when the game was on the line, he took the team on his back.
He strapped them on the other night, Randy.
He really did in that win against Gallatin County in overtime. He hit the big shot off glass to send it to overtime. And then in the overtime, he also made some big plays and hit some big shots down the stretch to give them the victory. So
I'll tell you,
a big factor.
For the Wayne City Indians, Giselle O'Neill will definitely be a handful for this Weber team.
Giselle O'Neill is on the point of that 1-2-2 zone press that they run. He's got tremendous quickness and athleticism, got a quick first step, and it's going to be hard for Weber to have somebody to try to match up with him. So that'll be something to take a look at tonight as we go along. All right, teams been called back to their respective benches, and we're going to have the starting lineups. Weber Township will be the visitors on the scoreboard as they're wearing their travel gray uniforms, trimmed in the blue and the gold there.
Got a big crowd on hand, Randy.
Oh, this is a packed place tonight. This is the place to be in Wayne County tonight. And we're glad that you're with us here live on AreaSports.net. Again, you can follow us on Twitter on Area Sports. Send us a tweet. Let us know where you're watching from and who you're rooting for. You can also follow us on Facebook at AreaSports.net. Let's meet the Weber Township Trojans right now and follow along with the public address announcer. This group of seniors has been waiting for this moment. Number 14, Dylan Stratton, 6-foot senior. Number 42 is Dalton Adcock, 6'1" sophomore. Number 20 is Charles Neal, the big man in the middle, 6'5" senior. And he can also step out and hit the three as well. Number 24 is Brody Mount. Mount's a 6'1" senior for the Trojans. And rounding out the starting five, number 23 is Dalton Hart, 6'1" senior for the Weber Trojans, coached by Brad Beatty. Had a big overtime win over Gallatin County the other night to get them into this championship game. We called that a signature win, and this would add to their resume if they're able to pull off the championship tonight, Danny.
Yes, it will, Randy. This is a big game for both these two clubs. You know, Weber comes in here with aspirations of being champions and winning a regional and some other things, I'm sure, because this is that group they've been riding for several years.
They had a lot of success as 8th graders, of course, at the state tournament. Now here they are, seniors. Indians have some new players on the team this year as well as a new coach, but they have gotten off to a tremendous start. And look at the crowd standing for this Wayne City Indians as we introduce them tonight. Huge crowd here tonight. Number 12, Jackson King, 6'1" senior. He was an important cog in the team last year. Giselle O'Neill, 6-foot junior, wears number 5. He's the point guard and also the point on that zone press. Number 34 is Travis Dickey, 6'1" sophomore. Number 13 is Dane Horton, 6'2" junior for the Indians. And rounding out the starting five is Remington Henson, 6'3" senior for Coach Jeff Morris and the Wayne City Indians. So the Indians will go with O'Neill, King, Horton, Henson, and Dickey. And the Trojans will go with Stratton, Neal, Hart, Mount, and Adcock. As the Wayne City cheerleaders will do their opening cheer, and then we'll get this game underway.
Big crowd on hand, about 50-50 looks to me like, Randy.
Yeah, again, these two schools about 8 or 9 miles apart. Gotta love it. This is what small school, high school basketball is like. That's what it's all about here in the state of Illinois.
This is what the 4-class system has gave them a chance to experience, Randy.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Strap yourself in. Tim Leasty, one of the officials here tonight. He, former Lawrenceville Indian All-Stater, state champion. Tim's still in pretty good shape, I think.
Yep.
He could probably still hoop it up out there. What do you think?
I would say so.
All right, it is going to be Dane Horton jumping in the center circle against Charles Neal to get this one going. Indians are in the white uniforms. Trojans in the dark gray uniforms. Championship game of the 64th annual Conrad Island Tournament is underway as the ball is tipped way back there by the Trojans. Brody Mount will bring it across.
Wayne City in that 1-2-2.
Adcock has it in the corner. He's trapped. Go inside to Neal.
Oh, Hart should have just come to the basket.
Here's a long shot from Stratton. That's missed, no good. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Trojans. Trigger man will be Dylan Stratton.
Across the way, you see the tribe sets here.
I love it.
It looks like it's pretty full over there, too, tonight.
Stratton comes out to Adcock. He thinks about a shot, goes inside to Neal. He's got 4 white shirts around him. Dishes it in the corner to Stratton. Neal's going to get a lot of attention when he touches that ball, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Out front's Brody Mount. To Stratton again. Back to Mount. Drives baseline, gets it inside to Neal. Takes it to the glass. Missed a shot, but he's fouled. Charles Neal will go to the charity stripe.
Foul's going to be on Dickey, his first.
Shout out to those people down there in the hospitality room tonight. Again, thanks for all your hospitality all week long here at the Conrad Allen Tournament. I hope you're enjoying the feed down there on our video stream as the shot is made by Charles Neal, 1-0 as he breaks the ice. Second one by the lefty is good. 2-0. Weber's going to drop back in a half-court defense. Let's see what Wayne City does in their first possession as O'Neal gets it right side to King. Back to O'Neal.
Kathy Murphy says, thanks for doing the game, and it looks good in North City.
All right. Glad to have you watching from North City. Inside it goes to Remington. Henson, and he's tied up. Possession arrow is going to keep it with Wayne City. Indians ball on the baseline. Jackson King will be the trigger man. A lot of media here tonight, too. A lot of newspapers, other people here.
This is a big deal.
Oh,
64 years, man.
Absolutely. O'Neal has it. Out to Horton, to King. They're daring King to shoot out there, and he can hit that shot, too. O'Neal will take the 3. He missed it. There's a rebound by Adcock. Throws it ahead to Stratton. Skip pass over to Adcock. Now to Hart, to Mount. The team's trying to kind of feel each other out right now to see what they're going to do defensively. Oh, there's a back door. Trying to get it down to Dalton Hart, but it sailed out of bounds. Pass thrown a little too strong there. Turnover back to the Indians. 2-0.
Shout out to one of our sponsors, Draper Insurance. For all your insurance need, give Carl Youngblood a call, 736-2394. He's logged on looking in tonight.
I bet Carl's going to enjoy the game. Good to have you watching, Carl. O'Neal has it. Cut off in the lane, comes back out to Horton. King at the top of the key. To Horton again. Back to King. Boy, they are daring him to shoot that shot.
Well, Charles Neal's on him, and they're not wanting to let him below by him. Shot by Horton is no good.
And the rebound comes out of there to the Trojans as Mount has it. Down in the corner it goes. Shot is no good by Hart. And the rebound by the Indians. It's 2-0 Trojans. 5:12 to play here in the first quarter. O'Neal inside the lane, missed a shot. Tipped around, picked up by the Trojans. Brody Mount. He loses the handle.
Has it flipped away from behind. Good hustle by the Indians.
The steal by Wayne City, and they'll take it back the other way to O'Neal. Now Jackson King will fire the 3 from there. He missed it. Battle for the rebound. Horton's got it, puts it back up, missed it. King with the rebound, and they'll reset.
Boy, the Indians are cold.
Out to Dickey, to O'Neal, to Horton. Maybe just a little tight right now as Horton missed the shot. Tipped back up, no good. Ball goes out of bounds, going to stay with the Indians. Yeah, they are ice cold. Can't make a bucket, and they've had some looks. And we got somebody got a busted lip there. Yep.
Dalton Smith's going to come in for him.
Dalton Smith wears number 10. You see him on the screen there. Going to be out of bounds to the Indians as Jackson King will trigger it in. Comes into Dickey. Out to O'Neal. Now to Smith. Dickey will fire from 3. He missed it. Rebound by the Trojans. I think Weber's content to let Wayne City shoot the 3 out there.
0 for 8.
Adcock drives baseline, goes up for the shot, missed it, tip back up, and got it. Charles Neal on the tip-in makes it 4-0 Weber. Inside it goes to Remington Henson. His turnaround shot is no good, but he's fouled.
Bound to be fouled by Hart.
Still no shots going down for the Indians, but now they'll get a try from the free throw line as Henson will be there. 1 team foul apiece here in the early going. 3:55 left here in the first quarter. 4-0 Weber as the free throw is made by Henson, and that breaks the ice for the Wayne City Indians. Sometimes you got to get that first one before you can settle down, Dan.
Yeah.
Second one, he missed it. Rebound, Brody Mount. Trojans on the move. Ahead to Stratton. Skip pass over to Adcock. Now to Hart. All the way back around to Neal. He'll fire from the corner. Got it. Charles Neal buries it deep.
He's feeling it.
Right corner pocket, and it's 7-1.
Neal's got all of them.
Inside, Henson had it knocked away from him. Now they get it back out. King's got it. Out to O'Neal. He'll shoot top of the key, short. Henson tries to save it. It's out of bounds. And
0 for 9.
a little bit of nerves, I think, going on right now for the Indians. Let's see what they do on the press. Usually this is how they can generate some offense, is through their defense and their trap. See what they do here as Stratton's got it out front for the Weber Trojans. Down to Neal. He'll fire from the left wing. It's short. Rebound Jackson King on the move for the Indians. Races in the front court. Here's a drive by Smith. And he got it. Off the window. 7-3.
Looked like he drug it.
It looked like he might have got away with a shuffle there. 7-3. Weber being patient against that press. That's a 10-second call. That's a 10-second call. They're being a little too patient there, weren't they? Well, they let the 10 seconds get away from them.
Yeah, Mr. Leasty rung him up.
Turnover gives it back to the Indians. 2:41 left to play here, opening quarter. And Giselle O'Neal is going to have to get into the flow of this offense here.
They're just daring him to shoot it.
King has it, guard against Adcock. O'Neal against Stratton will put it up. In and out, no good. Rebound by the Trojans. Here comes Brody Mount with it.
0 for 10.
And he carried the basketball. They called him for palming.
Turnover number 4.
You don't see that called as much anymore as you used to.
Gonna have timeout.
Timeout on the court. Our score, Weber Township 7, Wayne City 3. And we'll be back with more in just a moment. Invite you to join us for the Sports Couch each and every Saturday morning at 8:30 for 90 minutes of great local sports talk. Had some great guests on the show this morning. Frank Cusimano from KSDK TV Channel 5 was one of our guests this morning, talking about the St. Louis Cardinals' recent deals they made and potential deals that they could make, and maybe some deals that he doesn't think they will make at all, such as Machado. He doesn't think Machado will go to the Cardinals at all, and after listening to his reasoning this morning, I would concur. So you can go back and check out today's show in archive on the front page of our website, the Sports Couch on AreaSports.net. Back to live action as the Indians have it. They go inside. It's knocked away and stolen by Weber.
Turnover number 2 on the Indians.
Dalton Hart comes out of there with it. Over to Stratton. Here comes the trap. They get it to Mount. To Adcock. Back to Mount. Weber showing great patience so far. Not getting in a hurry and not getting rattled by the potential trap.
This Wayne City team, or Wayne City fan base, is kind of quiet.
They are kind of sitting on their hands right now. Yeah, they haven't had too much to cheer about yet. 7-3, Weber Township. We're down to 1:19 to play in the quarter. Here's a long three from the corner, and it's no good by Stratton. Here's a rebound by O'Neill. Here he goes, razzle-dazzle to the rim. Missed the shot, but he's fouled.
Going to be fouled by Mount.
And you kind of feel like that if O'Neill is able to complete a transition play like that he'll probably get going in this game. He's that kind of athlete.
The Indians are 0 for 10 to start the game.
Yeah, amazing. 0 for 10 to start the game.
1 out of 3 now from the free throw line.
You thought it was cold outside. It's cold in the gym as far as the shooting is concerned for the Wayne City Indians here.
There's a lid on the rim right now.
Jazel O'Neill with the next one. Missed them both. And the cold shooting continues. Adcock in the front court.
Oh.
A little contact there, nothing
Wow.
called.
The ball smacked him in the face.
Markeith Davis in the game now for the Trojans, number 54. That ball's loose. O'Neill's got it. Into the front court. Takes it in against Adcock. Scoop shot, scores. That'll get the fans into the game now. 7-5. We're down to 45 seconds to play here in the first quarter.
That's just athletic talent.
Across to Davis. Davis out to Mount. Over to Stratton.
Like the Trojans may go for the last one here, Randy.
Yeah, 25 seconds left. Oh, there's a pass down on the baseline to Davis, and he got it in. Markeith Davis, 6'2" senior along the baseline, and a nice interior pass there by Charles Neal.
Dropped the defenders and flicked it to Davis.
9-5. Indians down to 9 seconds left. O'Neill has it. Does he know how much time's left? 4 seconds left. Henson has it. Does he know how much time's left? There's a long shot put up out by Nate Barbie. No good. And at the end of one quarter play, our score is Weber Township 9 and Wayne City 5. And we'll be back with second quarter action in just a moment. Welcome back to Wayne City. Randy Olson along with Danny Ouncelman. 9-5 is our score. Danny, your thoughts on that first quarter play?
Well, Wayne City actually gets more shots, Randy. They're 2 out of 13, and the Weber Trojans are 3 out of 8.
There's a steal, but then it's lost out of bounds. Jackson King almost came away with a theft. Yeah, some cold shooting there in that first quarter by the Indians, but yet they're still down by only 4. 9-5 is the score. Adcock has it for the Trojans. Over to Brody Mount. As
that's 15%.
yeah, right. Not very good. Indians stay in that zone as the shot is put up. No good by Stratton. And there's a rebound by Mount. Mount goes in the lane, puts up the shot, left it short, tip back up, no good. A battle for the rebound, and we got Mount getting tied up there with Dane Horton, and the possession arrow is going to give it to the Indians.
I'm telling you, Mr. Horton can jump.
He can. He's got hops, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
He's a 6'2" junior, but
he's got some very good vertical.
we have seen him get up. Jazel O'Neill controlling the point out front for the Indians. Comes over to Barbie. To Jackson King now. To Smith. Ball's knocked away. And they're going to call that a jump ball with Brody Mount, who kind of goes down holding his leg there a little bit. Yeah, might have got a cramp.
Turnover number 3 on Indians.
Official Tim Leasty says, shake it off. I used to play with cramps all the time, he says. Adcock in the front court again. They go inside to Neal on the baseline. That's tough to stop. Charles Neal scores against Dalton Smith, and it's 11-5, and that's
I think the Trojans have to go there.
Yeah, and that's going to be a mismatch in size if they continue to defend it like that. He found the opening in that zone. O'Neal has it. Out to Jackson King. To Barbie.
Well, the Indians are pretty small right now, Randy.
They are very small right now. They don't have.
They're not very big anyway.
Yeah, no, but they don't. Yeah, they don't have Henson in there right now, and they don't have Dickey in there right now. They're very small lineup. Here's a drive by Barbie. His shot is left short. Rebound by O'Neal. He missed it. Again, very cold shooting here by the Indians. They just can't buy a bucket. In transition, ball is knocked out of bounds by the Indians. It'll stay with the Trojans. 11-5, Weber leads it.
Henson coming back in for the Indians.
Inside, they try to go to Keith. The ball is loose to scramble for it. Neal ties up with one of the Indians, and it's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow going to give it to Wayne City. So 15% shooting for Wayne City in that first quarter.
15%.
Henson's back in there. They get it inside to him, but the ball is knocked away. It's loose, picked up by O'Neal. And it's going to be a reach-in foul on Stratton.
Things like a greased pig scooting around over on the floor.
Like a watermelon seed, just squirting around out there. Trigger man will be Jackson King.
Weber's not smoking the nets. They were only shooting 37%.
Well, that's why the game really is still pretty close. It's 11-5. O'Neal's going to pull up for a 3, and he got it. Holy cow.
And
that ball
thing
went
tried
around
to
and
come
around
out.
and around.
It tried its best to come out.
11-8. And now the press is on, and there's a steal by Henson.
This is where the Indians make their living.
Yeah, this is where they're very dangerous.
With that 1-2-2 press.
Neal. O'Neal gives it to Henson. He blew the bunny. We got players all over the floor, but nothing called, and here comes Trojans out there with it. Charles Neal on the baseline. Puts up the shot over 2 defenders, missed it, but he's fouled. Well, the crowd's starting to get into the game now.
Yeah, a few missed calls here. The foul's going to be on Horton.
Well, the big bucket and the steal, too, kind of got them going. It's 11-8, 3-point game.
People are starting to take their jackets off now. We're getting down to business.
Neal with the free throw makes it 12-8. I took my jacket off a long time ago.
Me too.
It's pretty warm up here. Now you got all that body heat, too. Neal with the second one, and that one comes off. Brody Mount with the rebound. He sticks it back in.
Wow.
Well, that ball is spinning on those rims tonight. 14-8. Trojans by 6. Jackson King has it out front. Over to Barbie. Now to King again. Well, they're daring him to shoot that out there. O'Neal to Barbie. Inside the lane, left it short. And it's going to be a foul on Jackson King. As coming away with the rebound was Dalton Hart.
That's the first one.
You getting some more messages there, Danny?
Yeah, somebody said the missed shots, how bad. 3 out of 18.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's Wayne City, that's 3 out of 18. But yet they're still in the game. It's 14-8. Weber with the lead and the basketball. We're in the second quarter. 4:18 to play here in the first half. Hart to Stratton to Mount. I thought this might be a high-scoring game coming in, but instead it's a very low-scoring game.
Well, if they was shooting 50%, it would be.
It would be. You're right. Charles Neal with the shot, missed it. And that rebound is corralled out there by Travis Dickey. Out to O'Neal. To Dickey. Out to Barbie. Back to O'Neal. He's open for three, and he got it. J.L. O'Neal.
He's starting to warm up a little bit.
Don't look now, but it's just a three-point game. 14-11. There's the trap. Trojans get it across, and they get it down low. Shot is missed. Indians come away with it. Here we go, transition. Out to Dickey, open for three. Got it, we're tied. 14-14, and that's how quick the Indians can respond with that defense.
That has brought them to life.
Crowd is definitely awake now. 3 minutes to go in the first half. We're tied at 14. Brody Mount with a three. No good. Keith with the rebound. He missed the shot. Got us another rebound. And we got a
offensive foul
called. Markeith Davis missed one point blank underneath there. He would love to have that back, I'm sure. But both teams have missed a lot of shots here in the first half. It's been very, very cold shooting. And we're tied at 14-14. We got timeout on the court with 2:48 left here in the first half, and we will be back in just a moment. Well, if you want some insight into the El Dorado Holiday Tournament, we had Athletic Director Greg Goodley of El Dorado High School on the sports couch with us this morning, so we invite you to go back and watch that archive of today's show. It's on our website at AreaSports.net as Wayne City tries to thread the needle here in the half court, and a whistle and a foul is called. Who's that on, Danny?
Brody Mount, his second.
Mount. Out of bounds to the Indians. We've got 5 team fouls now on Weber and 3 on Wayne City.
You talk about a boy that's excited, Carbonetti, the foreign exchange student's in the game.
Yes, he is. You know he's got to be thrilled. Enrico Carbonetti, 6'1" senior. He's got the ball right now. And it's slapped around, taken away from him by Charles Neal.
Gonna have to get tougher to play in this game, young man.
He'll mix it up out there, I'm sure. Saw him play some really quality minutes for the Indians the other night. Adcock has it out front for Weber. To Markeith Davis. You know, Weber, with both Davis and Neal out there, can run that double post right now and really have a size advantage. Here's a shot out front. It's no good. Missed by Hart. Rebound by the Indians. Barbie back in the front court. In the corner it goes to Smith. He'll drive baseline. Ball's loose. Taken away.
Swiped away from behind.
Hart gets it ahead to Stratton. Weber on the attack. Tie ball game, 14-14. We got 1:29 left here in the first half. Trojans led after the first quarter, 9-5. Both teams have had really cold shooting here in the first half, especially Wayne City, and Danny will talk about that in our stats at halftime. Long three is in and out, no good by Stratton. There's the follow. Back up, no good by Hart. Back up by Neal. That's good. And count the bucket. Charles Neal on the third attempt by the Trojans gets it to fall, and they go back ahead 16-14.
Foul was on Jackson King, his second.
Back in the game for Wayne City is Remington Henson and Jazale O'Neal.
Henson took a shot to his glasses, so now he's going to come in glassless.
Okay. Smith and Carbonetti take a seat on the bench as the free throw's good by Neal. Completes the three-point play at 17-14.
You don't want to let Charles Neal get rolling. If he gets that excitement and
Gets
all about
confidence.
him.
Confidence, yeah. Knocked out of bounds to stay with the Indians.
He was pretty fired up after that right there, and I've seen that really set kids on fire.
Jackson King gets it into Henson, and he gets the bucket and a foul on Dalton Hart.
And that'll be Hart's second.
Well, the Trojans didn't defend that out-of-bounds play very well.
And Hart will have a chance for the and one.
Henson makes it 17-16, one-point game.
Coming in is Caden Taylor. He wears number 22.
He's a 6'3 sophomore for the Trojans. Remington Henson with the free throw makes it a tie game again.
And that's what's been all wrong all along. He was wearing the glasses. He was doing two baskets.
All right, maybe. 17-17, Adcock with the ball, 48 seconds to go here in the first half. Over to Neal. Back to Adcock as Wayne City stays in the zone. Garrett Thompson also in there for the Trojans. He wears number 3. Down on the baseline it goes to Adcock in the corner. Back out to Charles Neal.
Stratton, Hart, and Mount, all three have 2 fouls, and they're all out of the game.
They try a skip pass and it's stolen away by O'Neal. And then taken back by the Trojans, but they knock it out. It's going to stay with the Indians at midcourt. And timeout here by Coach Jeff Morris. He wants to set up a set play here with 21 seconds left. And we'll take a quick timeout. I'll be right back. Well, you got a set play coming here with 21 seconds left, Danny. And, you know, big time out here from Coach Jeff Morris because I think he realizes that, hey, as poorly as we've shot, we actually have a chance to go in the locker room with a lead here if we can score on this possession.
Absolutely.
So he wants to try to get something out of it.
Another opportunity to give his kids another just a little blow after that tough, hard-fought game last night. But you're talking about being hot in here. Look at that lady across the gym from us. She's got a big winter coat on, got that thing zipped up like it's the dead of winter in here.
I noticed that.
Wow.
All right, here we go. The inbound into O'Neal. Not getting in a hurry. 13 seconds left. O'Neal trying to break down the defense. Comes back out to Henson. He'll fire a 3. Off the mark, no good. That's going to be the end of the first half of play. It's a tie ball game. Weber Township 17, Wayne City 17. And we'll come back and tell you all about it, give you the halftime stats here in just a moment on AreaSports.net. Well, welcome back here to the Conrad Allen Holiday Tournament, 64th annual tournament here in Wayne City, one of the longest running small school tournaments in the state of Illinois, and well attended every year, and no exception this year. Earlier today in our 7th place game, we had Sisney defeating Grayville 57-42. In the 5th place game, it was Crab Orchard over North Clay by a score of 68-50. Gallatin County with a big win in the 3rd place game. I don't have that score in front of me, but I know Gallatin County, they won it by 18, I believe.
It was 65-47.
65-47. Yeah, I was right. An 18-point win. And then here at halftime of this championship game, we're all tied up at 17-17 between Weber and Wayne City. Weber led after the first quarter by a score of 9-5. Both teams have been very cold from the field here in the first half, and Danny is computing those stats right now. I'm going to give you some.
I'm ready.
Some low percentages, because that's what it is, low. But we're all tied at 17-17. Danny, tell us about it.
Would you believe both teams are 6 out of 22 on field goals?
Both teams, 6 out of 22.
6 out of 22 exactly.
And
for
percentage-wise,
27%.
27%.
Weber is 4 out of 5 from the free throw line for 80%. Wayne City is 2 out of 5 for 40%. Wayne City has 5 turnovers. Weber has 7 turnovers. So all that stuff is just pretty even, and that's why we're 17-17. Charles Neal leads the way here. He's got 13 points, 2 points for Mount, 2 points for Taylor, or for Davis, pardon me. So that's the scoring for Weber. Wayne City, O'Neill has 8, Henson has 4, Dickey has 3, and Smith has 2 to give us 17-17 halftime score.
What is the foul situation on both teams?
King's got 2. Horton's got 1. Dickey's got 1. For Weber, Stratton's got 2. Hart's got 2. And Mount's got 2.
All right.
So each team, 3 players have fouled.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is Weber has 3 guys that have 2 fouls.
Okay. So 17-17 is our halftime score. So what kind of adjustments you think these coaches will make here at halftime, Danny?
I don't really know what you do.
Yeah, I mean,
you say somebody's got to put the ball in the hole.
You got to shoot the ball better.
We've got 22. Right. Well, we got 22 shots. So if we're shooting 50%, they're going to make 12 of those.
11. Yeah.
So that could be 24. We should be about 30 to 30 at half.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, again, Wayne City had that late game last night. They won in overtime. Very emotional win, coming from behind to beat Red Hill in overtime, 48-41. So, you know, you could understand that they may not have quite their legs under them as they would have had they had a little bit more rest. Weber played their game, you know, a few days ago. So
played on Wednesday night.
Yeah, so they definitely had some more rest, more preparation time to get ready for tonight's game. But Weber cold from the field just like Wayne City here in the first half.
Yeah, both teams.
17-17 is our halftime score. We'll come back and talk more about it and bring you the second half action in just a moment here on AreaSports.net. And welcome back here to Wayne City High School, the scene for the 64th annual Conrad Allen Holiday Tournament. Wayne City's come back out of the locker room to warm up before the second half. We still haven't seen Weber come out yet. Some great basketball games around the area last night, Danny. And again, we draw people's attention to the scoreboard, which is posted on our website at AreaSports.net. And you'll notice that on our scoreboard, we break it down for you by conference. So like you can see all the games that occurred in the Black Diamond Conference, the Cahokia Conference, the Little Illini, the Mississippi Valley, the River to River, the South 7, the Midland Trail, the National Trail, the Apollo, and so on. And that way you kind of keep track of what's going on in some of those conference races. And last night in the Black Diamond, Fairfield with a big road win at Edwards County by a score of 63-40, as the Mules have now won 3 in a row. Carmi with a win over Hamilton County last night, 52-45. Danny, you were there to broadcast that game. Foxes were right there in it until down the stretch when the Bulldogs pulled away at the end.
Just couldn't finish, Randy.
Just couldn't get her done. Cesar-Valier with a win over Christopher last night, 74-61 in the Black Diamond. El Dorado all over Johnson City, 82-38. And in triple overtime last night, it was Chester over Trico in triple overtime, 73-70. There were a number of overtime games throughout Southern Illinois last night. Of course, you had an overtime game and a double overtime game right here at the Conrad Allen last night, as a matter of fact. Salem with a big overtime win over Trenton Westland last night. Trenton Westland came in ranked 6th in the state. They were undefeated, so that was their first loss. Big win for Coach Andy Fernbacher and the Salem Wildcats in that one, Danny, 57-52.
Said you had no sound on your commercials.
Really? That's interesting. I heard it.
Yeah, I did too. So I don't know.
I don't know what happened there. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Dietrich over St. Anthony in overtime last night, 68-62. Also last night in overtime, Newton over Robinson, 76-68. So a lot of overtime games throughout the area last night in Southern Illinois.
Well, this second half, Randy, it's anybody's ball game here now.
Well, you know, you got the Cobs shaking off a little bit now. You know, you broke that sweat. You can't really think that both of these teams are going to stay that cold in the second half. I just don't believe that. I think you're going to see some better shooting probably by both teams in the second half. So now it's just a matter of whether or not you can instill your will on the other team and, you know, run your sets, do your things you got to do defensively, get the loose balls, get the rebounds. And who knows, it may come down to a free throw shooting contest before this one's over.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me. It always does.
We'll see.
Foul trouble could play a key factor in the contest.
17-17 is our halftime score as both teams have been called back to their respective benches.
We want to thank Draper Insurance for all your home, auto, farm, or commercial needs. Make sure you give Carl Youngblood a call, 736-2394. He'll be glad to work you up a quote in the 2018 year.
Is Carl enjoying the game tonight?
Yeah, but he said he couldn't hear your commercials.
Well, tell me his knee turns it up a little bit, I guess. I don't know. That's weird. I don't know. We're hearing it on our end, Carl. That's all I can tell you. So,
you hear that, Carl? Take the bubble gum out of your ears. 17-17 is our score. Also, folks, if you don't like the Rady quotes, you call his good friend Ralph Wilton at 736-2934, and he may give you a better deal. It's been tried before.
Yeah. Hey, I want to remind you that Fairfield Mules basketball now on AreaSports.net and 90.9 The Vine is called each and every game home and away by Bruce Dickey and Marty David, the longtime voices of the Mules. They are now on The Vine and on AreaSports.net, so join them for Fairfield Mules basketball each and every week.
Speaking of the Mules head coach, there he is, right up the stairs
Scott
on the top back rail up there.
Yep. All right, second half action is underway as the Weber Trojans have it. Out to Adcock. Over to Brody Mount, back to Adcock. Inside, they work it. There's a shot inside the lane. It's up and in by Dalton Hart.
Weber gets the first two.
Back the other way come the Indians now. O'Neal in the front court, guarded by Stratton. Gets it down on the baseline to Henson. Now back to O'Neal. King with it now. To Dickey, back to King. Puts up the three. It's off the mark, no good. Chased down the corner by Stratton. To Mount. Inside to Neal. Swinging around the perimeter to Stratton. Skip pass. Over to Hart. Back to Mount. Mount 15 feet away. Missed the shot. O'Neal with the rebound. 19-17. Weber with the lead. Here's O'Neal with a shot. No good. And Indians' cold shooting continues.
They didn't warm up any.
Stratton now across the timeline over to Mount.
They need a steal and a dunk or something to excite this crowd.
Indians stay in the zone. Mount over on the right wing. There's a three-pointer put in by Hart.
Man, I'll tell you what, he's warmed up. He's got all 5 this quarter.
And the 5-point lead for the Trojans, 22-17. O'Neal over to Horton. Inside it goes. Remington Henson.
Yeah, that's a big foul. Hart just picked up his 3rd foul.
That is a big foul. Yeah, Coach McElravy, the Mules here tonight, scouting the Indians because he will be playing them here in the next week or so.
Davis comes in for Hart.
Horton to O'Neal, and that's going to be an over and back violation.
Turnover number 6 on the Indians. So things are not good out of the half.
No, the Indians come out a little sluggish out of the locker room at halftime. 6 minutes to play here, 3rd quarter. Trojans with the lead, 5-point lead, and the basketball.
You know, you can't get a big lead in this contest. You let this team get too far away from you, you won't be able to reel them back in.
Stratton to Mount. Again, both teams got here by virtue of winning overtime games. Weber beat Gallatin County in overtime, and Wayne City beat Red Hill in overtime. Shot from Adcock from the corner is no good. Charles Neal with the offensive rebound. He's double teamed. Comes back out to Stratton.
A little push in the back, you can rebound pretty good. Neal made him a little space down there.
Adcock in the corner again. To Mount. He splits the defenders.
Ooh.
Neal has it, spins inside the lane, puts up the shot, and got it to fall. That thing bounced around for a while. And timeout, Jeff Morris. 7-point lead, a 7-0 run to start the second half here for the Weber Township Trojans. And with that, we will take timeout as well. Be right back. Well, definitely not the way that Coach Jeff Morris wanted to start this second half, Danny, is a 7-0 run for Weber. Trying to regroup with him a little bit there.
Just kind of stopping trying to break the flow, and let's get something figured out here, guys. They need a bucket this time.
O'Neal will bring it up for the Indians. Over to King. Now to Horton. To Dickey. Inside Henson. Goes up for the shot, and he's fouled.
Davis going to pick up a foul. Henson will go to the line for 2.
And the official, Mr. Leasty, talking to Remington Henson there a little bit.
You know, when they always come and whisper those words of wisdom to you, you need to pay attention.
Free throw is missed.
Because basically that was a warning about something.
Yeah, it might have been about dropping the shoulder. Henson's free throw's good. That stops the 7-0 run. 24-18. There's that 1-2-2 zone trap. Trojans being very patient, not getting rattled by it. Stratton. I'm going to spread it out a little bit.
Weber doesn't have to be in no hurry.
No, and they're not in a hurry. They got Charles Neal down there trying to post him up. That ball was deflected, so he can go back and get it. Adcock has it. Yeah, they're just going to spread it out a little bit and try to get a breakdown in that zone defense, see if they can get the ball inside to Neal or get perhaps Markeith Davis on a back door.
Trying to bring the Indians out of that zone.
3:37 left here in the third quarter. Here's a fall-away jumper that's no good by Brody Mount. Not sure that's the shot that
I'm not sure either.
that coach wanted. All the way down, up and in transition, Jazeel O'Neal. And it's back to a 4-point game at 24-20. And the press is on again.
Well, I wish I would have counted. That had to be getting close to 10.
That was very close to 10. Adcock has it. Guarded by O'Neal. That's almost a steal. Now it is a steal. Jackson King comes away with it.
Turnover number 8 on the Trojans.
The Indians are pretty good at jumping in that passing lane. O'Neal out to King. He's open for 3. Got it. That'll get that crowd going again. 24-23, 1-point game. And they look for that trap again. Adcock is trapped in the corner. Out to Stratton. He'll fire away, and he answers back. Dylan Stratton with a 3 of his own. Makes it 27-23. 2:15 left. Inside Henson, and he's going to be fouled.
By Neal. His first.
Yeah, it's kind of funny what you said. Henson in there without his glasses now, and he seems to be a little bit more aggressive without the glasses.
And Deidre Dagg down there, she's been working on them things, trying to get them repaired.
Oh, that's funny. Here's the alley-oop. Dickey has it to O'Neal. Oh, nice dish to Henson, and he's fouled. Well, that's what O'Neal can do. He can draw that defense to you, break it down, and then dish it to the bigs, and that's what he did to Henson, and Henson's going back to the line.
That's a big foul. That's on Dalton Hart, and that's his 4th.
Oh, boy. That is a huge foul.
He just put him back in the game.
And he's going to come out again, and they're going to put Markeith Davis back in.
Henson got the roll on the first one.
Charles Neal wasn't sure who was coming out of the game, but obviously it has to be Hart with 4 fouls.
Oh, yeah.
Free throw's good. 27-25, it's back to a 2-point game. Stay in the press. Looking for the trap. There it is, a steal by O'Neal. He gets it ahead to Barbie, but he's fouled. Well, this is eventually how they ended up beating Red Hill last night.
Fouls on Mount, his 3rd.
The Indians were finally able to stay with it on their defense and generate some offense and beat Red Hill last night in overtime. Into the ball game for the Trojans. Number 3 is Garrett Thompson, replacing Brody Mount. 2-point game here, 27-25. We're in the third quarter of the championship game, 1:45 left. Here's Jackson King for 3, missed it. Saved from going out of bounds. by Smith, and the ball is knocked out by the Trojans.
That's one of them 50-50s.
Yeah, you're right. You got to come up with some of those 50-50 balls if you're going to win. That's almost a 5-second count, and timeout is called.
Whoa.
He barely got that timeout.
Whoa.
Holy cow. Jeff Morris knew that the clock was counting on him. Timeout. They'll try it again on the baseline. So the foul situation now, Danny. You got
Hart's got 4, Mount's got 3. Nobody on Wayne City in any trouble.
minute 40 left here in the third quarter. 27-25 in favor of the Weber Trojans. They have led throughout. Wayne City has tied the game, but I don't think they've ever led. It was 9-5 after the first quarter. It was tied 17-17 at half. Here's the inbound to Jackson King. Now to Smith. Smith to Barbie. Back to King. King goes down the lane, puts up the shot, missed it, and that's going to be a foul called on Dane Horton.
That'll be his second.
Get a little physical in there.
There comes Henson back. He's got his glasses that Deidre Dagg's been working on.
All right. All right, taken away. So he's got those glasses and he swiped the ball away. To O'Neal. In the corner to Smith. Got it. 3-point bomb. And it's a lead for Wayne City. 28-27 with a minute to go here in the third quarter. The Indians have clawed back.
A game of runs.
49 seconds left here in the quarter of this championship game. Thompson has it for the Trojans. To Stratton. Inside to Neal. He falls down, but he's fouled.
Gonna have a trip. O'Neal, that's his first.
Stratton will be the trigger man into Adcock.
King almost poked it away.
35 seconds left in the quarter. That one's almost thrown away, and now it is. Barbie steals it to King. Tries to get it to O'Neal, and it's stolen back by Stratton. Stratton all the way down, and that's going to be a foul on Henson.
Jackson King, that'll be his third.
Is that a shooting foul or is that out of bounds?
On the floor.
I was going to say, I don't think he was shooting.
On the floor.
Yeah, the officials confer and they agree that 19 seconds left here in the quarter. Back in for the Indians, it's Travis Dickey replacing King. Here's the inbound to Brody Mount. To Adcock. To Mount. To Adcock. He'll fire the three. It's off the rim, no good. There's the foul. No good. Again by Neal, no good. So Markeith Davis missed it, and so did Neal, but Charles Neal was fouled, and he'll go to the line. Lots of activity around the rim that time. 0.3 of a second left here in the third quarter. And Charles Neal ties the game. 28 all. Thompson back in for Mount. Give Mount a little bit of an extra blow here as the quarter comes to a close. Neal puts Weber back in front. 29-28. And that is the end. of the third quarter. Our score, Weber Township 29 and Wayne City 28. And we will be back with a fourth quarter action in just a moment. Back at Wayne City, and Danny, your thoughts on that third quarter play?
Well, we don't hardly know anything different we did. It was 17-17, and it's 29-28 now headed to this fourth deal.
Well, the shooting was a little bit better that quarter, I think.
4 out of 10, 3 out of 7. Indians were 3 out of 7. Trojans were 4 out of 10, 2 out of 2 from the free throw line, and 3 out of 4. So
Weber led after the first quarter 9-5. It was 17-17 at half, and it's 29-28 here after three quarters. The Trojans leading the Indians. Wayne City led briefly there before the Trojans regained the lead here at the end of the quarter. 8 minutes to decide who is the Conrad Island tournament champion for 2017.
will this be the final 8 minutes?
Oh, yeah. Or will we have another overtime game? Both these teams played overtime in their last game to get here. Weber Township beat Gallatin County in overtime to get here. Wayne City beat Red Hill in overtime to get here. O'Neill has the ball for the Indians. Out to Dickey.
Trying to clear the side for him.
Dickey missed the shot. Battle for the rebound between Charles Neal and Remington Henson, and the jump ball is going to give it to the Trojans on the alternating possession. They break the press right away to Neal. Skip pass over to Stratton. Inside to Neal. Knocked away out of bounds. It'll be, whoa, I thought that was tipped.
I can't believe he just throwed it out of bounds. But
well,
evidently he did.
I guess so. Okay, so O'Neill will bring it across now for the Indians. Pulls up for a three. Missed it. Rebound Brody Mount. Ahead to Neal. Bank shot, no good. Rebound Henson. Gets it in the hands of O'Neill. To Barbie. And travel.
Turnover number 8 on the Indians.
Nate
11
Barbie
on the Trojans.
wanted to make a move baseline, but drug that pivot foot. 6:52 left in the game. Trojans with the ball, leading it by 1. Across to Charles Neal. There is a trap, and a foul's going to be called.
O'Neill.
Well, is it O'Neill or is it going to be? Yeah, it is. Okay. I don't know if it's him or Henson, but they were both there. O'Neill gets the foul. How many is that on?
2.
Jay Zill.
2-2-2.
This Wayne City bunch will be taking on the Fairfield Mules in another week. Mules will have a lot of size to throw at them, which will be a problem for the Indians. But the Mules will have to handle this press just like Weber's having to handle it tonight.
Hart's back into the game with 4 fouls. Be interesting to see how long he lasts.
Brody Mount on the baseline. He's cut off. Skip passes it across to Hart. Shots up. Good. 31-28. Trojans by 3 with 6:13 left in the game. O'Neill gets it to Barbie. Uh-oh, there's a steal by Hart. Back the other way. Layup is good. Dalton Hart with the steal and the deuce. And the Trojans lead it by 5, 33-28. 5:54 left. Jayziel O'Neill down the line. And he's fouled before the shot.
Stratton's going to pick up his 3rd. O'Neill got banged hard, but they said it was before the shot.
Back in the game for the Indians, Travis Dickey. He'll be the trigger man on the out of bounds play here. Comes into Jackson King, back to Dickey. His three is in and out and back in again.
Indians needed that.
Yes, they did. 33-31. The press is on. They get it across. Adcock almost has it stripped, and it's knocked out of bounds. Weber fans wanted a foul. Brody Mount gets it into Neal. You got Neal for Weber and O'Neal for Wayne City. Mount down to Charles Neal, and he has the ball stripped, but there's a foul.
Oh, if that's on King, that's 4.
Yes, it is.
It's a big foul for the Indians at the 5:19 mark.
Charles Neal at the line. His team leading it by 2, 33-31. Free throw's good. Highland upsets Centralia 47-46.
Wow.
That's a final. Highland beats Centralia by 1, 47-46. Yeah. Just telling Coach Gamber here, who's beside me. We got timeout on the court. 5:19 left. We will have scores posted, of course, on our website later on tonight. And, of course, you can still check out all the scores from the last night around the area. First loss of the season for the Centralia Orphans. Mount Vernon Rams pushed them to the limit last night, Danny, but came up a little bit short. And the Orphans lose their first game of the year tonight. They are ranked in Class 3A, 7th in the state. 5:19 left in this one. It's a 4-point lead for the Trojans. And the fouls are starting to mount.
Yeah, Jackson King has 4 and Dalton Hart has 4. Excuse me.
As we come back out on the floor, it'll be Wayne City basketball, length of the floor.
Indians need a bucket this trip, Randy.
Yes, they do. There's Dickey with the shot, short. Ball's loose. Jackson King dives for it along with Adcock and gets the ball and then calls a timeout.
Okay.
Timeout for the Indians with 5:06 left. Got some more sponsors there, Danny?
Just old Draper Insurance tonight. Old Carl Youngblood for all your insurance needs, whether it be farm, commercial, auto, health, or life. Give him a call, 736-2394 or 237-1425, or you can visit him downtown Dahlgren on 3rd Street. Draper Insurance.
And don't forget, if you need some treats for your dog for Christmas, Jagger's Doggy Daycare is the place you can go. 414 Main Street in Mount Vernon. And their dog barkery. It's bakery treats for dogs. It's a dog barkery at Jagger's Doggy Daycare in Mount Vernon. Jackson King down to Remington. Hinson, and he puts it in. Hinson off glass. Makes it a 2-point game again, 35-33. Again, that 1-2-2 zone trap is on. Trojans break it. Down to Adcock. Drives baseline. Blocked from behind, but the foul's going to be called.
On Hinson. His first. Dalton Adcock to the line for 2. It could come down to free throw shooting here tonight,
yeah,
Randy.
I think I said that at halftime, didn't I?
Yep.
Get mine, too. Adcock at the line. Whoa, look at that. That ball just lit.
These rims are so unforgiving
They
here.
are very tight.
It's unbelievable how tight they are.
New rims, and they are tight.
I'd hire somebody to come in here and hang on them things.
Loosen them up a little bit.
Take a grinder to them and brush some of that paint off.
Another one from Adcock. Got it. It's done the same thing to both of them tonight, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
It has.
Every team up here.
Yeah.
for the last
36-33.
years.
O'Neal to Jackson King to Dickey. Dickey drives down to Henson. Ball's kicked. Somehow Weber comes out of there with it.
Turnover on the Indians.
Dalton Hart comes away with it.
Number 10.
Up to Stratton. Splits defenders over to Brody Mount. 4:11 left. It's a 3-point game. Charles Neal takes it inside, and he's fouled. Well, Neal's a good free throw shooter, so if they can keep the ball in his hands.
Henson's going to pick up his second.
Forcing Wayne City to foul, that's probably one of the guys you want at the free throw line if you're Coach Brad Beatty. It's good on the first one. 37-33. Again, these two teams be duking it out all season long in the Midland Trail Conference, too. Got them both.
4 out of 4 this quarter for Neal.
38-33. Got the Woodlawn coach over here beside us scouting tonight. Got the Fairfield coach across the gym scouting. Probably some other coaches in this huge crowd someplace that I can't see.
We ain't got any school board members scouting tonight.
Oh, is that right? Okay. Are you sure? King in the corner for the Indians. 3:37 left. Out to O'Neal. I'll say one thing. The Trojans have done a pretty good job of keeping Jayzell O'Neal from driving tonight. I mean, he's got a few penetrations, but all in all, they've done a pretty good job of clogging up the lane to keep him from penetrating.
They have.
And I think that's been a big difference in the game. Oh, boy, that was almost thrown away. Mount gets it.
We're getting down to crunch time, 3 minutes.
Yeah, 5-point lead for the Trojans. They're going to let a little bit of air out of it. Got to take care of the basketball. Indians looking for a steal. That ball's thrown up and in. Holy cow. Dalton Hart just kind of flipped the ball up towards the rim and it went in.
Lost his balance and throwed it up.
Unreal. 40-33. Here's O'Neal down the lane, and he's fouled. Yeah, that's probably the shot of the night.
It's on Brody Mount. That's 4 on him.
That shot by Dalton Hart. Jayzell O'Neal at the line with 2:34 left. These are big free throws. The Indians need them if you're rooting for Wayne City. He gets the first one. Nate Barbie checks back in for Wayne City. He's a 3-point threat out there. 6-point game.
Some fresh chase legs.
Mm-hmm. Got them both. 5-point game. 40-35. Zone trap added again as Charles Neal gets it to Brody Mount, and he traveled with the basketball.
Turnover number 12 on the Trojans, 10 on the Indians.
That's a big turnover with 2:24 left. Now if the Indians can convert, this thing will really get tight. Yeah, they got a couple 3-point shooters out there right now, the Indians do, if they decide to go that way. O'Neal has it, guarded by Stratton. To King. To Dickey. That's almost a steal, but instead it's going to be a foul on Stratton.
His 4th.
And that stops the clock with 2:07 left.
That sends Wayne City to the free throw line.
Right, and they're going to be there the rest of the way. 8 team fouls apiece here. Fourth quarter of this championship game, and Jackson King with a chance to tighten it up a little more. Indians down by 5. And he gets it. 40-36. Remington Henson getting ready to come back into the game. Missed the second one. Trojans have it. Stratton to Mount.
He walked.
Yep. A lot of fans were calling it, weren't they?
Yep, he walked. No doubt about it.
Charles Neal gets the shot good. Little 13-footer there inside the lane. 42-36. Minute 42 left. 2-possession game right now for the Indians. They need a bucket this trip. O'Neal works on Stratton, goes inside the lane, got it. 42-38, timeout Wayne City. Timeout with 1:26 left on the clock. And with timeout on the court, we will take timeout as well and be right back. Well, Danny, what do you think? If you're Coach Brad Beatty, what are you telling your guys right now?
Well, you got to protect the basketball, and you're going to have to make free throws. And Wayne City's going to have to put some pressure on. They got to get the ball back.
You got to be patient with that basketball and break that press. Don't have the unforced errors, throw it away or travel with the basketball. They're battling the clock right now with 1:26 left.
1-2-6 here to go.
Trojans ball length of the floor. Indians set back up in that 1-2-2 zone trap.
They've been in it all night. They're not going to come out of it now.
Mount gets it across. Over to Hart.
Trojans are going to spread the floor and try to draw fouls.
Yep. Mount almost double dribbles with it. In the corner to Stratton. To Hart.
They're not looking for the basket.
Out to Adcock. Yeah, they don't have to score. They just got to take care of the basketball. We're under a minute to play now.
Catch us if you can.
Neal. 47 seconds left to Mount. And Mount's going to be fouled. He'll go to the line.
Third foul on O'Neal.
It'll be one in the bonus. And Brody Mount, what's he done there at the line tonight?
Not shot any.
Not shot any yet, okay.
He's attempted 7 field goals and made 1 of those, so probably a good choice.
And free throws missed. Rebound by the Indians. Jackson King to Neal. O'Neal over to Barbie. Open for 3. Left it short. Jaziel O'Neal with the rebound. Takes it back inside the paint. Scores. 2-point game. 25 seconds left. And there's a quick foul by Barbie as he fouled Stratton. And we'll walk to the other end, and Stratton will shoot free throws.
2 now.
Yeah, that's 10 team fouls. How about Mr. Stratton? What's he done at the free throw line tonight? Dylan Stratton.
He's not shot any.
Okay, well, again, Brody Mount missed a moment ago.
Charles Neal and Adcock's been the only 2 guys to the line other than Mount.
Stratton in and out and back in.
That was a big one.
Sure was. Well, it's still a 1-possession game, and if he makes this one, it'll be a 2-possession game, but we got timeout on the court first. Yeah, again, remind you that Fairfield Mules basketball comes your way each and every game, home and away, on 90.9 The Vine and on AreaSports.net, as Bruce Dickey and Marty David bring you all the play-by-play action. Mules with a big win last night against Edwards County, and so now they've picked up a couple of wins in the conference. And they'll be playing these Wayne City Indians here real soon, so that'll be an interesting game. You can also see check out all the archives of Mules basketball games on AreaSports.net. Just look for the Fairfield Mules basketball tab there. Big free throw coming up here. 21 seconds left. Dylan Stratton at the line. His team leading by 3 points. And if he makes it, it'll be a 2-possession game, and it'll be pretty difficult for Wayne City.
It's what a championship game should be, though. 43-40.
And the free throw is good. Stratton just calmly and coolly sinks it. Jackson King quickly in the front court for the Indians. In the corner to Dickey. His shot misses. Rebound by Neal. Charles Neal, and he's tied up. And going to walk to the other end, and Charles Neal's going to shoot free throws with 13 seconds left. And who are they going to give that foul on?
Henson. That's going to be a winner-winner.
For the second year in a row, Wayne City is going to lose the championship game of their own tournament. They lost last year to Patoka in the title game. And they're going to fall short tonight to the Weber Township Trojans, as Charles Neal can put the exclamation mark on it. And he does. 45-40. 13 seconds left. Well, we said the win over Gallatin County was a signature win for Weber Township Trojans, and boy, this really builds their resume as well.
This just puts a stamp on it.
This will make people start paying attention to the Weber Trojans for sure. Big win. 46-40 is our score. Long three-pointer is good by Dickey, but they don't even have to inbound it. That's it. That's the ball game. 46-43 is the winner, as the Weber Trojans are the champions of the Conrad Allen Holiday Tournament. 46-43. Danny's going to work on our stats here. We'll share those with you here in just a moment. They'll be gathering for a trophy presentation and a team photo and all that sort of thing here too. And we'll try to keep it here for some of that. Pinckneyville Panthers a winner tonight over the Heron Tigers, 81-35. Thompsonville a winner over El Dorado by 1 point, 52-51. That's El Dorado, I should say.
At this time, I would like to congratulate the Wayne City Indians on a second place finish for this year's tournament. Good job, boys.
Indians come forward to get their second place trophy tonight. Definitely disappointed, but a good week of basketball for Coach Jeff Morris and the Wayne City Indians. I think they're now 10-2 on the year.
Yes.
All right.
And now to announce the first place champion for the 64th annual Conrad Holiday Tournament, the Weber Trojans.
And the Weber Trojans come forward to get their tournament trophy. What a week of basketball for Weber. And, you know, the interesting thing about it, Danny, is the fact that, you know, Weber didn't play real well last Saturday to open the tournament against Sisney. But, boy, they turned it up a notch after that. All tournament team now.
For Crab Orchard, Cameron Stevens.
Stevens from Crab Orchard named to the all-tournament team.
Playing for North Clay, Quincy Aldrich.
Aldrich from North Clay.
For Red Hill, Drew Moore. Also for Red Hill, Corbin Shoulders.
A couple of Red Hill players named to the all-tournament team.
For Gallatin County, Audie Goebel.
Audie Goebel from the Gallatin County Hawks, named to the all-tournament team. No surprise there.
Also for Gallatin County, Dawson Hish.
And Dawson Hish, young sophomore, makes the all-tourney team, Danny.
Had a good week.
Yeah, he did.
For the Wayne City Indians, Giselle O'Neill.
Giselle O'Neill to the all-tournament team from Wayne City.
Also for the Wayne City Indians, Jackson King.
And Jackson King.
And for the Wayne City Indians, Remington Henson.
Remington Henson also on the all-tourney team.
For the Weber Trojans, Charles Neal.
Charles Neal named to the all-tourney team from the Weber Trojans. No surprise there.
Also for Weber, Brady Mount.
Brady Mount. Oh. Brody Mount. should
Brody.
say. Yeah, Brody Mount. Yep.
And also for Weber, Dylan Stratton.
Dylan Stratton also.
Congratulations, boys.
All right, looking at the final stats here, Randy, the Indians finished 14 out of 40 for 35%. The Trojans were 14 out of 39, so one different in shots.
Amazing.
35 to 36%, but where Weber win the game, they shoot 15 out of 19 for 79% from the free throw line. Wayne City was 8 out of 13.
Please drive safely tonight.
Scoring, O'Neill finishes with 16, King with 4, Henson with 9, Dickey with 9, and Smith with 5. For the winning Trojans, they're led by Charles Neal with 25, Hart finishes with 11, Stratton with 5, Mount with 2, Adcock with 1, and Davis with 2 to give us a final of 46 to 43.
All right, and again, after the first quarter, it was 9-5 Weber. It was tied at halftime, 17-17. And after 3 quarters, it was 29-28 in favor of Weber. And they hold on for the 46-43 victory here tonight to capture the championship of the Conrad Allen Tournament. Well, appreciate everybody joining us on the broadcast tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. And be watching for listings of our next upcoming games. Of course, we'll be providing coverage to you from the El Dorado Holiday Tournament coming up here real soon. That'll be December 28th, 29th, and 30th. And, of course, follow AreaSports.net and 90.9 The Vine for coverage of Fairfield Mules basketball. So for Danny Ounceman, I'm Randy Olson saying thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and so long from Wayne City High School, where the Weber Trojans are the champions of the Conrad Allen Tournament over Wayne City, 46-43. Good night, everybody.